Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you about what I'm doing here, and this is why this so destroys the stupid concept of missionaries going to foreign countries and building churches. That's so this guy. When you come to a land, you get to know the people, and you say, "Let me show you how to grow food like God does," and you start showing them how to grow food. Everything about the gospel is right here.
Yes.
You don't need a building.
Exactly.
You can just show them, and you're blessing them, you're empowering them, you're teaching them how to be successful and use their land.
Yes.
That's the gospel. It's not in a sterile building sitting on chairs looking at some one guy talking. It's connecting them to life. And that's why God put us in the garden, was to know Him.
So you're sending me a missionary now, you know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it. And people come here from all over the world, and I get agnostics, I get atheists, I get New Agers. You know what's awesome? Every one of them acknowledge and recognize the peace that's here. You can't deny it. And I tell them who it is. His first name is Yeshua, and his second name is Prince of Peace. And he likes hanging out here. He's very welcome here. And they can't deny the evidence. I don't care where they're coming from, worldview. It's evidence. He's tangible. He's accessible. He's here. And it's awesome.
Steve.
Yeah, so I was sure you would have liked coming out here. Both me. So she's leaving in a few days, Washington. So
Now, I also teach medical missionary, so then we just started with natural laws of health, God's laws of health, sunshine, water, exercise.
Amen.
But the next thing now is to get them into. Now I want to know how to get them into gardening. But now
Well,
you
you take them to Genesis, and you show that's where it all began. And you bring them to the reality. You can't, I love the scripture. It says, with food and clothing, two things. Food being the first of the list, therewith be content. God's basically saying all you need in life is food, clothing, shelter. That's all you need. Everything else the Western world's telling you need is a lie. It's a lie. And it causes major clutter, pollution to the earth, and nobody's happy. Well, when you're outside in the garden, you're eating this nutrient-dense food, you're watching this stuff grow, you're just blessed. You're in health. You feel good. And you realize, this is what I'm here for. This is real. This is tangible. This is so good. Thank you, God. All that other garbage we have never satisfies. It can't. I love God with food and clothing. Therewith be content. That's all you need. Everything else is extra.
The basics.
The basics.
Basic
And it's simple, easy, and it's good.
My husband's a retired judge, and he says, they said, you have farming? He said, yes. He said, I wouldn't trade it for anything. So they were laughing. You went from the courthouse to the farm. Now they all come to him now for his food.
Yeah.
They all come.
Yeah. Because you can't live without food.
Yeah, and the
You can-
quality and the freshness of it
Amen.
there.
You can have $1 million in your wallet. You have no food, you're going to die.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
die rich.
It doesn't matter. You're going to die.
Exactly.
Because you have to have food. And I tell people, Bill Gates just lives over the water here from me in Lake Washington. Bill Gates isn't eating food this good. With his billions of dollars, even if you found someone that grew it this well, by the time it gets to him, it's wilted. It's not this good. I'm living at a quality of life Bill Gates doesn't approach. I love my father.
He's got nothing on you, Paul.
My father is awesome. He is an awesome father, and he provides for me the best. The total best. It's awesome.
So why are those trees
Bent.
bent like that?
Because I read the first chapter of Genesis, where God told me what I was made for. I created you to have dominion over my planet. And you see those trees? Look at the height of my hand right here. You see, this is the height of my trees. When they got that tall, I pruned to a branch going out because I'm not using a ladder. And you're going to serve me. And if you look at my trees, they all look like they're bowing over and they're humble. Are you getting it? They look like they're under my dominion. Because they are. Yeah!
Okay.
It's significant. It's real.
So you can really read the Bible just looking at your garden.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing my best to follow the instructions. We were given an owner's manual for a reason. We need help.
Yeah.
And it's given us very clear instructions. And you should follow them because they work
God's fingerprint.
everywhere.
Yeah.
everywhere. I love it. And you see, this is what's so fun about this. That's why you don't need a church. You just go outside because God's all over the place. The gospel's everywhere. And it's so tangible. It's so much better than this stupid building, because it's real.
Okay, I'm going to get in my project is, what is it? I want to do the sweet potatoes and probably do some herbs. But I've been struggling with neck and vertebrae, cervical problems. But I need to exercise. I need to get out more, get in the sun.
Yeah,
more.
and movement is so important.
So
And live food.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something about live food. My wife she's a prophet. She's a seer. She's very direct. And she bought this book, which really lined up with her character. The title was "Alkalize or Die." Alkalize or Die was the title of the book.
Yeah, my brother has that.
That's pretty direct. That man made a statement that changed my life. He said, all pain and all disease comes from an acid condition in your body. And so I told Carol, I says, I got a lot of pain. My legs, my back, I was in pain all the time. He says, I can test that. So I came home and I ate nothing from the store. I ate everything in season I grew here, and all the pain totally left. And what was awesome, how God validated it to me, I'm over in Seattle one day with one of our friends. Says, oh, there's this awesome Chinese restaurant. You gotta come with us. It's so good. And so I went, not realizing what I'm doing. The next morning, all the pain was back. And I totally connected the dots. Like, yeah, I get it. And I've been pain-free for 24 years. It is so fun to be pain-free. I love God because nutrient-dense food in season alkalizes your body and pain can't live there.
You said dense food.
Nutrient-dense.
Nutrient-dense food in season.
In season. That's God's order. And again, if you look at nature, here's what I tell people is, all the animals in nature, you see, we're in the classification of mammals. All the mammals in nature carry no health insurance, go to no doctors, they have no refrigerators, no stoves, they go to no stores, and they live long, healthy, disease-free lives. Why? Because they eat food fresh in season where they live. Nothing's imported. Are you following me?
Yeah, that's
I'm just telling you, pay attention. They're mammals. They're just like us. And they never get sick. They take no drugs. They go to no doctors. They have no refrigerator, no stove. And they just live well and don't get sick. Well, we do all this stuff and get sick. And I'm telling you, if we're paying attention, my people perish, the word says, for lack of knowledge. We're not paying attention.
That's your dog.
Yeah.
So what does the dog eat?
The dog eats carrots, beets, kale, all my fruits.
I fed him a carrot earlier.
Did
So I
Really?
can,
My dog is a vegetarian.
Well, see, that's what my husband keeps saying. Dogs are not vegetarians, and our dog was so pitiful.
Tell your husband this, and this is the word. I asked God about this whole issue of meat, and He showed me where it all started. You see, God is love. That's His essence. God is love. Love would never kill an innocent animal to provide food for someone else. Love wouldn't do that. And He showed me the first time an animal was killed was when man sinned, because after shedding of blood there's no remission of sin, so God killed an innocent animal to make a covering for their sin. But it was never His intent. Now when Jesus comes back in the millennium for the next 1,000 years and says in Acts chapter 3, He's going to restore everything as it was in the beginning. In the millennium, even the predators of nature will not eat meat, because the lion is going to lie down with the lamb. And you're going to get, it was never God's intent ever to eat meat. That came after the fall. And if you look at the statistics, the lifespan of the human race prior to the fall was 933 years, average, 930. After the flood, eating meat, it went down to 120.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always tell people.
Connect the dots.
God gave you meat to shorten your miserable
Life. And if you
But
read,
I want to get about the dog though. He eats the raw.
my dog eats everything out of my garden. No, the only thing she eats is not vegan is eggs, because I give her eggs and she likes those. But otherwise, she's a vegan. She eats nothing but live food in my
And you
garden.
don't cook it.
No, they pick it themselves. She pulls the carrots. She picks the pears. They eat. They know how to eat. And what's so cool is you see your poor dog waits for you to give him this dead food in a container twice a day.
Yeah.
Where my dog, whenever it's hungry, just walks out in the garden and eats because it's convenient. And they have such an enjoyable, good
I'm
life.
gonna make friends with Susie now.
But I'm just, if you look at,
Get one.
here's the reality. Dog food did not exist till the Industrial Revolution. You know the Bible talks about dog food? The Bible discusses dog food.
Yeah.
Really. Let me share it with you. Jesus is taking a vacation with the disciples. They've been very busy and they want a break. So they go to Syrophoenicia to get away from the Jews so they can have a break. So the Syrophoenician woman comes up to him with a demon-possessed daughter and says, Jesus, would you heal my daughter? And Jesus says, listen, I was sent to the Israelites. I can't do this. And she said this. You see, the Israelites referred to the Samaritans as dogs because they're half-breeds. They're half Jewish and half Gentile. And they call them dogs. And she makes this statement, but Jesus, the little dogs eat the crumbs that fall from the table. My daughter is a little dog from a Jewish perspective. But she eats, and Jesus saw that faith and healed her. But that was reality. Dogs ate what was left over, what fell from the table. That was dog food.
Food, yeah.
The normal food you ate, they ate. What fell from the table, they got. That's dog food. The Bible talks about dog food. Because that's how it always was.
So Victor,
And if you look at dogs today, they have cancer like we do.
you're going to give Susie vegetarian now.
Because dogs eat the same kind of food we do. They have cancer now.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I have for this video. Bang around that bell icon if you want to be notified when new videos come out. Call us on the hotline if you have comments or questions and want to be featured in an upcoming video. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Check us out on the website, and we'll see you guys on the next one.